Hey Lando, congratulations, what a lap, and I loved how you put yourself under a bit of pressure after losing that first run. Just talk me through how you're feeling right now.
Very good. Yeah, perfect way to start the season so far. So yeah, good day. I definitely was a bit more stressed going into my final lap. I mean, I knew we were quick, so I knew I just needed to put a lap in, but I want to put a lap in. That's good enough for pole, and Oscar was pushing me a lot. So I still had to take some risks. I still had to put in a good lap, which I did. So I'm very happy.
Ultimately happy. I think I've been pretty happy with how I've driven this weekend. Feel like I've gotten stronger and stronger as the week's gone on, or as the weekend's gone on. Obviously, wasn't quite enough in qualifying, but I think just well controlled for myself, and that's how I've wanted to approach the season and approach the weekend. So I'm ultimately pretty happy with how that's gone.
Considering how much the car's been a bit of a handful so far this weekend, is P3 pretty good in quali?
Yeah, I mean, after yesterday, I definitely sign up for this. I think it's almost 4 tenths in qualifying. That's still a lot, but at least to be behind them, I think is good from our side. I think we improved the car quite nicely from yesterday, and that's all we could hope for.
I was really pleased with today's running. Every lap we did was competitive, always in the top 4 positions. Really, I felt confident. The team did a great job. We made some big changes last night to the car, and it's the gap to McLaren is large. And fair play to Oscar and Lando, because they both had bad laps at the beginning of Q3, so the pressure was very high for them on the last lap, and they did a great job. But I think we know at the moment they're out of reach.
I can say definitely it was a magic lap. I think I was able to put it all together as well. The quality of lap was best out of previous rounds throughout the week so far. But also I got a bit of help from the Lando until turn 9 with the toe. So I mean, combined with everything, that lap time came out a bit of nowhere. Very happy.
How encouraging is it to feel the car come alive in that final run in quali? An opportunity I guess you didn't have that much since your time at Williams.
Honestly, even when it wasn't alive, I was enjoying every lap. It felt amazing to be out there. This track has got so much grip, and just the corners are so flowing. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice one. First race of the year, your neck starts to feel it straight away. But yeah, regardless, it feels firstly like a totally different car to last year, but also just a lot of fun.
What happened? You didn't look like you got a second run in that final part quali?
No, I didn't. I mean, the first lap was pretty good. Second lap wasn't as good. It felt messy, but all in all, we just didn't quite have the pace. I was trying to find more, but that pushed me to do a few mistakes, and just the rear was quite unstable, so we struggled quite a bit, which is a shame. Yesterday we looked strong, but obviously today, when we see the real pace of everybody, we are kind of as we expected.
Well, I had a little spin, just really exploring all the curves and really giving it everything. I think definitely didn't expect us to be as far off as we were, but to be that close to Charles in the end in my first qualifying session in this car, which I really am still learning this car. I've been chipping away at it all weekend, fine-tuning it, finding new tools that we didn't get to test in testing, that I've never used before, and finding out what the differences of those things made. I think we've done a good job.
I can see the smile on your face. You pleased with that?
Yeah, very. I must say it was positive, because the start of the weekend's been slightly challenging for us. I must say, different feeling than Bahrain. Obviously, different track, different conditions, but it's been pretty tough to get the car in a good spot. So feel like we made some progress throughout the whole weekend to get in that Q3, which we had to fight hard for it because the gaps were extremely tight, and in the end it's P9. So pretty pleased we set ourselves for a good position on the grid for tomorrow.
You're always good in the wet. It could rain tomorrow. Do you think that might be able to help make the difference and try and move up the field?
That's for sure the target, to improve the position we're starting on. Quali has been extremely tight. Tomorrow in the wet will be a completely different story, but we will do the best we can, as it will be my first laps in the wet with this car, so no idea what will happen.
Mixed feelings, honestly. To fail this close from Q3 is really disappointing. 600s, and I know where I lost them, so it's a bit harsh. But yeah, definitely a good result. I'm more happy about the car performance than anything. Yuki is 5th, so we have a really nice car and yeah, good day.
I'm positive with the car, fell fast, especially in Q1. Then I had a mistake in 10-10, damaged the floor a little bit, and that was, I think, penalizing for Q2 performance. But yeah, top 10 maybe was possible today. And after all the winter testing and all the free practice sessions, you never know where are you until you are in the first qualifying of the year. And I think we were competitive, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I think it's been you know, a decent day. Considering where we've been all weekend, it was one of our more competitive sessions. So see what we can do tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, there's a bunch of positives to take away. Unfortunate, but it's out of our control. You know, I think regardless, we maximised our package today. Took a little while to get there with the car, but we ended up on a quite a good platform come Q1, and I was feeling comfortable, which was nice. And yeah, I think when we had the possibilities, we delivered, which was looking quite strong. And no, just a huge thank you to the team and everyone trackside and also back at the factory.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. It was good first quali, you know, put everything together, didn't crash for a bit. I think I just tried too hard on Q2. You know, I knew that I wanted so hard to get to Q3. Obviously, the chances of getting there weren't probable to happen, but I was just gonna try to do the best corners I could, but then I think it was a bit too much, and I ran a bit too much the curb there, and you know, lost everything there.
Just talk me through why it didn't all come together in quali.
Well, it was a bit unfortunate because you know, it's on the medium. Obviously, he needed another lap the tire to come in, but then you know, we switched to soft, and I think, you know, after T6. Car was quite damaged.
I think we'll have to wait and see what happens, you know, what the conditions will be like. Obviously being at the back, visibility, if it's wet, will be a big problem. So yeah, I don't know, we'll just take it as it comes.
First part of that was fine. We were on target, and then I just made a mistake in the last sector. I had a big slide through the high speed and it cooked the tires, and the last sector I just had no tires and I went off. So yeah, it's obviously a silly mistake. So probably one that didn't need to happen. I think we were in a decent position building up from the lap we were on anyway. So yeah, pretty frustrating.
It's been difficult for sure this weekend. A bit of a surprise, to be honest, compared to where we looked at the test. I think historically it's been a difficult track for the team always. But yes, we didn't expect to be that far back.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, of course, to not be able to get a lap on the board. But you know, it's been a messy weekend so far. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be interesting anyway, and then we can put it to bed.